What's up, YouTube? This your boy, bigboyfactsjonnytv, and tonight I'm going to give you guys my WrestleMania 38 Night 2 review highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. Let's talk about WrestleMania Night 2. Now, I give WrestleMania Night 2 a C+, 5.5 out of 10. That's all I got to say. We're kicking these off with in-ring segment Triple H. The crowd drains Triple H out with cheers. Triple H plays to the crowd before grabbing a microphone. Triple H says he just wanted to come out here and say thanks, to show us his love in the best way he knows how. He screams, "Welcome to WrestleMania." Triple H leaves his wrestling boots in the ring. That was a good moment. That was a good moment by Triple H. All right, let me take another sip of my drink. All right. So we get the Raw Tag Team Champion match. RK Bro versus the Street Profits versus Alpha Academy. This match was really good. Really good match. Gable, Riddle, and Ford start the match. Gable, Shush, Riddle, and Ford. Ford and Riddle attack Gable. Ford and Riddle battle. Gable lands a German suplex on Ford. Riddle breaks it up with a Broton. The ring eventually clears. Ford dives over the ring post and lands on everyone. Gable climbs up top and lands a moonsault to the outside. Otis and Gable land their German suplex / lariat combo. Otis flattens Riddle with a big splash. Gable and Otis take turns beating down Riddle. Ford eventually makes it back in the ring and lands a dropkick. Gable sends Ford flying with a monkey flip. Ford lands face first but managed to kick out of Gable's pin. Ford backflips out of a suplex, attacks at Dawkins. Dawkins suplex everyone. Alright. Silencer by Dawkins. Otis breaks up the pin with a splash. Excuse me. Riddle drops Dawkins with the GTS. Riddle finally managed to tag in Orton, who crushed Ford with a power slam. Orton sets up a Hangman's DDT. Ford pulls Orton out of the ring. Orton suplexes Ford on the announcer desk. Gable charged in and gets suplexed on the table as well. Orton and Riddle hit dual Hangman's DDT. Riddle and Orton call for the RKO. Gable and Otis pull RK Bro out of the ring. Alright. Gable and excuse me. Otis and Gable land the Steiner Bulldog. Ford kicks out. Ford flips out of a monkey flip and tags in Dawkins. The Street Profits hit a Doomsday blockbuster. Gable kicks out. Dawkins got hot or Ford goes up top. Dawkins hit a senton over the top. Riddle grabs Ford and hits the RKO off the top. Ford rolls out of the ring. Gable dives off the top and gets RKO by Orton. Orton pins Gable. The winner and still your Raw Tag Team Champions, RK Bro. This right here was a good match. Good match. After the match, Ford and Dawkins give Orton and Riddle cups to celebrate their victory. Ford yells, it says Ford, excuse me, Ford yells for Gable Stevenson to join them as they toast. Gable rushes the ring and knocks the cup out of Stevenson's hand. Everyone leaves the ring. They don't want any parts of this. Gable grabs a mic and tells Stevenson to shush. Stevenson waist-locks Gable, walks around the ring, and tosses him with a nasty overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Alright, let's move on. So we get Bobby Lashley versus Omar. And I must say, this is one of Omar's best match, period. But I gotta tip my hat off to Bobby Lashley and Omar. But Omar did pretty good in his match. Excuse me. Lashley tries a kick, but Omar pushed him to the side. Omar blasts Lashley with an elbow smash. Lashley tries to suplex Omar, but Omar easily escapes. Omar tries to smash Lashley's head. Lashley overpowers Omar. Omar floors Lashley with another strike. Lashley slaps Omar in the face. Omar floors Lashley with a clothesline. Omar misses a splash in the corner. Lashley lands a few strikes to Omar's back. Lashley tries to put Omar in the hurt lock. Omar easily breaks it. Clothesline by Omar. Lashley dives off the top and is caught by Omar. Omar slams Lashley down and to the mat. Lashley hits the ropes and gets caught in a bear hug. Omar slams Lashley onto the corner. Lashley hits his head on the ring post. Omar goes back to the bear hug. Lashley fights out of the hole. Lashley lands a few strikes. Omar fires back. Lashley finally managed to suplex Omar. Lashley spears Omar's back. Omar gets back to his feet. Lashley spears Omar's proper and gets the win. The winner of the match, Bobby Lashley. This is one of Omar's best matches tonight. This is one of Omar's best match, period. Like I said earlier, I got to tip my hat off to Bobby Lashley and Omar. Omar did pretty good in his match. Let's move on. Anything goes match. Sami Zayn versus Johnny Knoxville. This match was so freaking garbage. This was garbage. I had to take a drink on that. And I'm drinking water. Anyway, as soon as the bell rings, Sami Zayn lands a hula kick. Sami Zayn stumps Johnny Knoxville before dragging him over the barricade. The Jack crew is sitting at ringside. Sami Zayn takes a swing at them. Knoxville sprays Sami Zayn with a fire extinguisher. Johnny Knoxville sends some weapons into the ring. Sami Zayn attacks him from behind. Knoxville whacks Knoxville with a cookie sheet before Knoxville can react. Sami Zayn hits him with a crutch. Sami Zayn finds a table full of mouse traps. Johnny Knoxville smashes Sami Zayn's head with two trash can lids. Johnny Knoxville sets up a table in the corner and tries to suplex Sami Zayn through it. Sami Zayn explodes, suplex Johnny Knoxville through the table. Party Boy gets in the ring and dances around the ring. Sami Zayn is not assumed. Party Boy rips off his pants and he has on a Speedo. Sami Zayn clotheslines Party Boy before tossing him out of the ring. Johnny Knoxville rolls up Sami Zayn for a 2 count. Sami Zayn kicks Party Boy under the ring. Someone punches Sami Zayn from under the ring, and it's Wee Man. Wee Man lands a series of punches. Wee Man body slams Sami Zayn. Johnny Knoxville hits a tornado DDT. Sami Zayn kicks out. Wee Man grabs a spring-loaded kicking machine from under the ring. Johnny Knoxville holds Sami Zayn in place. Sami Zayn hula kick Wee Man. Sami Zayn goes up top. Johnny Knoxville puts out a remote and makes the power fire goes off the ring post, causing Sami Zayn to crouch himself on the top rope. Johnny Knoxville used the kicking machine on Sami Zayn, kicking him in the nuts. Sami Zayn falls onto the corner. Johnny Knoxville hits Sami Zayn in the balls with the bowling ball. Johnny Knoxville chased Sami Zayn around the ring with a stun gun. Sami Zayn runs right into a giant hand slap trap. Johnny Knoxville sends Sami Zayn back into the ring. Sami Zayn managed to slam Johnny Knoxville back in the ring. Sami Zayn goes back up top. Johnny Knoxville grabs Sami Zayn's nuts a pair of tongs. Johnny Knoxville pushes Sami Zayn off the top. Sami Zayn lands on the mouse trap table. The Jack crew hops the barricade and pulls a giant mouse trap from under the ring. Johnny Knoxville stun guns Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn falls to the mat. Johnny Knoxville struggles but eventually gets the mouse trap to trigger trapping Sami Zayn. Johnny Knoxville pinning Sami Zayn. The winner of the match, Johnny Knoxville. This match was garbage. All right, let's move on to number 3. Let's go. WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match: Queen Selena and Carmella versus Naomi and Sasha Banks. Versus Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan versus Natalya and Shayna Baszler. And I called it straight down the middle that Naomi and Sasha Banks was going to walk out as your new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. And I called it straight down the middle. If you guys didn't see my WrestleMania 38 preview predictions, go watch it. It's up on my channel. Let's continue. Let me take another sip of my water. Rhea Ripley wants Carmella. Vega tags her in. Carmella tags in Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks and Ripley get in each other's faces. Ripley wants a test of strength. Sasha Banks obliges Ripley. Take down Sasha Banks. Ripley almost hits the riptide. Sasha Banks almost turns it into a backstabber, but Ripley shrugs her off. Ripley gets pulled out of the ring. Sasha Banks and Morgan both land dives. Morgan and Sasha Banks both roll back in the ring. Morgan hits Oblivion, but Natalya attacks herself in. Baszler and Natalya take turns working over Morgan. Shayna Baszler stomps on Morgan's ankle. Carmella attacks herself in, and Vega and Carmella work over Morgan. Vega lands the code red. Ripley breaks up the pin. Carmella lands a runner off the top. Ripley falls out of the ring. Vega takes out Rhea Ripley with a moonsault. Naomi and Sasha Banks land double eat feet. Eat feet. Morgan and Ripley both land Tower of Doom spot on the opposite corners. Morgan and Ripley hit their finish on Naomi. Sasha Banks breaks up the pin. Natalya and Banks set up a heart attack, but Carmella and Vega break it up. Carmella lands multiple super kicks, but Naomi keeps kicking out. Sasha Banks lands a splash on Carmella, but Carmella kicks out. A series of reversals. Sasha Banks and Naomi hit a wheelbarrow into a long blower for the win. The winner and your new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Naomi and Sasha Banks. And it's about time that Sasha Banks finally gets a win at WrestleMania. It's about time. Finally, Sasha Banks gets her WrestleMania win. Let's go. Let's move on. Let me take another sip of my water before I continue. So we get AJ Styles versus Edge. This match was so freaking boring. Styles' face is bleeding for some reason. Edge and Styles trade shots. Edge floors Styles with a shoulder block. Dropkick by Styles. Styles and Edge circle each other. Neither man can get an advantage. Edge kicks Styles in the gut. Styles sends Edge out of the ring. Styles sends Edge into the ring steps. Edge rolls back into the ring. Styles attempts a springboard 450, but Edge gets his knees up. Excuse me. Edge works over Styles. Styles counters Edge suplex with one of his own. Edge slams into the corner. Styles is clutching at his ribs. Styles lands a series of punches, ground and pound style. Edge hits an arm breaker. After a series of submissions attempted by both men, Edge locks Styles in the STF. Okay, so before Styles gets to the ropes, Edge transitions into a crossface. Styles managed to get his foot on the bottom rope. Styles surprised Edge with a slingshot DDT after Edge missed a shoulder tackle. Edge is out on the mat. Styles slowly climbs up top. Edge cuts him off. Styles escapes and hits a torture rack. Powerbomb. Edge kicks out. Edge rolls off of Styles' shoulders and hits an implant DDT. Styles and Edge trade strikes. Snap German suplex by Styles. Edge and Styles trade strikes. Styles lands the Pele kick. Styles rolls Edge into a calf crusher. Edge locks in the Libel lock. Styles fights out of it. executions by Edge. Okay, Styles suplex Edge off the top onto the ring apron. Styles lands a springboard 450 to Edge back. Edge kicks out. Styles missed the phenomenal forearm. Edge tries a spear, but Styles leaps over him. Styles clashed by AJ Styles. Edge kicks out. Styles sets up the phenomenal forearm. Damian Priest appears at ringside. Styles is distracted. Styles tries the phenomenal forearm again, but Edge spears him in the midair for the win. The winner of the match, Edge. And I pick Edge to win, too. So this was my pick. After the match, Damian Priest shows his against to Edge. Okay, let's move on to number 4. So we get Ridge Hollins and Sheamus. Ridge Hollins and Sheamus accompanied by Butch versus the New Day. This match was quick. I did not care about this match. This was a bathroom break for me. Let me take another sip of my water. Kingston and Woods are dressed in a gear inspired by the gear Big E wore tonight, the night he won the WWE champion. Sheamus and Hollins attack Woods in Kingston. As soon as the bell rings, Kingston lands Trouble in Paradise. Sheamus breaks up the pin. Sheamus has to keep holding Butch back from getting involved in the match. After a distraction from Butch, Sheamus lands the bro kick for the win. The winner of the match, Ridge Holland and Sheamus. After the match, Butch attacks Woods. The Undertaker walks out on the stage for a moment with the crowd. Alright, let's move on. So we get the in-ring segment. Mr. McMahon. Mr. McMahon grabs a mic and introduces Austin Theory as the future Universal Champion. Okay, Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Okay, this was a solid match. This was solid. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. I already said a solid match. Theory and McMahon take a selfie before McAfee makes his entrance. McAfee is led to the ring by the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. McAfee lands a series of punches. Theory ducks onto the ropes. McAfee gives Theory a clean break, but Theory chops McAfee in the throat. McAfee leapfrogs over Theory and lands a flying back elbow. Theory runs right into a runner by McAfee. Mr. McMahon is not impressed. Theory surprised McAfee with a backbreaker snap suplex by Theory. Theory lands another suplex. McAfee reversed Theory's third suplex attempt with a suplex of his own. McAfee sends Theory flying into the announcer desk. McAfee puts on a headset and talks to the crowd before dumping water on Theory. McAfee misses a swanton. Theory lands a protoplex for a near fall. Theory goes up top. McAfee cuts him off. Theory lands a few strikes. McAfee tries to set up a superplex, but Theory pushes him off the top rope. Excuse me. McAfee does a backflip and lands on his feet. Superplex by McAfee. Theory kicks out. McAfee missed the punt kick. Theory drop kicks McAfee in the knee. Austin Theory tries the ATL, but McAfee reverses it into a roll-up for the win. The winner of the match, Pat McAfee. Alright. After the match, Mr. McMahon yells at Theory. Excuse me. McAfee yells at Mr. McMahon. Mr. McMahon takes off his shirt. McAfee tells Mr. McMahon to bring it. Mr. McMahon gets in the ring. After a referee gets in the ring, Theory attacks McAfee from behind. The bell rings. So we get Mr. McMahon accompanied by Austin Theory versus Pat McAfee. I did not really care about this match. Excuse me, I have to drink some water. Mr. McMahon clothesline McAfee. Mr. McMahon sends McAfee into the corner. Another clothesline by McMahon. McAfee gets to his feet and is furious. Mr. McMahon backs off. Theory crushes McAfee on the ring post in front of the referee. Theory hands Mr. McMahon a football, and he is going to kick the ball into the crowd, but he doesn't. Mr. McMahon kicks a football into McAfee's gut before pinning him for the win. The winner of the match, Mr. McMahon. After the match, Mr. McMahon and Theory hug. The glass breaks and Stone Cold Steve Austin stomps down to the ring. Austin gets in Mr. McMahon's face. Theory tries to attack Austin. Austin drops Theory with a stunner. Mr. McMahon and Austin are the only people left in the ring. Steve Austin calls beers. Mr. McMahon takes a sip and tells Austin he likes it. Both men drink. Mr. McMahon stumbles around the ring as Austin eventually lands a stunner. Steve Austin kicks Mr. McMahon out of the ring. Austin shares a beer with McAfee. Austin stuns McAfee. So that was a recap that Stone Cold Steve Austin stunners Brian Saxton, and then Steve Austin stunners Mr. McMahon and Pat McAfee. That was a funny moment. That was hilarious. Alright, let's move on to number 5. So we get winners take all unification match. Universal Champion, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, accompanied by the Bloodline, versus WWE Champion Brock Lesnar. Now, I must say, this match, the crowd cannot even react to the match. We already knew what's going to happen. The match was BS. So that's all I gotta say. But I picked Roman Reigns to win. Roman Reigns tells WrestleMania to acknowledge him. Paul Heyman interrupts the ring announcer to give Roman Reigns a proper introduction, and it makes sure he is introduced first. Paul Heyman calls Roman Reigns the GOAT that slew the beast. Brock Lesnar takes the mic from the ring announcer and gives himself a proper introduction. Brock Lesnar takes off his gloves as soon as the bell rings. Roman Reigns looks worried. Brock Lesnar beats Reigns into the corner. Roman Reigns tries to fight back, but Lesnar drives him back into the corner. Brock Lesnar tries a German suplex, but Roman Reigns elbows his way out of it. Lesnar transitions and hits a belly to belly instead. Brock Lesnar lands 2 more suplexes before sending Roman Reigns out of the ring. Lesnar backs down Paul Heyman. Let me take another sip of my water. Paul Heyman begs off, tells Brock Lesnar it was all Roman Reigns' idea and that he loves Lesnar. Roman Reigns spears Lesnar through the barricade. Lesnar is almost counted out. Roman Reigns lands another spear. Brock Lesnar kicks out. Reigns lands a Superman punch. Reigns mugs for the crowd as Lesnar gets to his feet and starts laughing. Lesnar counters a Superman punch with a German suplex. Lesnar hits F5 more German suplex. Roman Reigns escapes the F5 and hits another Superman punch. Roman Reigns tries another spear, but Lesnar reverses it into an F5. Roman Reigns kicks out at 2.9. Lesnar tries another F5, but Reigns goes for Lesnar's eye. Reigns tries to send Lesnar into the referee, but Lesnar puts on the brakes. Roman Reigns spears Lesnar into the referee. Low blow by Roman Reigns. Paul Heyman hands Reigns the championship. Reigns hits Lesnar with the title. Brock Lesnar kicks out. Roman Reigns spears Brock Lesnar into the back. Brock Lesnar gets his hand on the ropes. Brock Lesnar counters a spear with the Kimura. Roman Reigns managed to get to the bottom rope. Brock Lesnar used the full 5 count. Paul Heyman gives Reigns a pep talk. Roman Reigns tells Heyman his shoulders is out. Brock Lesnar picks Roman Reigns up for another F5. But Roman Reigns escapes and hits a spear for the win. The winner and your undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. So I already knew the outcome was just BS. You know what I'm saying? But I picked Roman Reigns to win. That was my pick. And put some respect on my name. That I was calling everything. I was calling it everything down the middle. But I did get one wrong. And I picked Austin Theory to win against Pat McAfee, but I was wrong. That's the only thing I got wrong. But the rest of it I got right. But anyway, and WrestleMania 38 Night 2 goes up the air. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I stated this earlier. I give WrestleMania Night 2 a C plus. I give WrestleMania Night 2 a C plus 5.5 out of 10. And that's all I gotta say from there. Let me know what are your thoughts on WrestleMania Night 2. Leave it down below in the comment section. But WrestleMania Night 2 was a C plus, and I give it a 5.5 out of 10. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE WrestleMania 38 Night 2 review on highlights, please drop a like on this video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell. Follow my social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, my TikTok, and Twitch, and Discord down below in the description. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on Twitch for some WWE 2K22 on my Rise mode. And that's all I gotta say from here. This your boy, Big Boy Facts Johnny TV. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. And I'm out of here. Peace out, guys.